Welcome to Kindergarten Roundup at Kinloch Elementary School, part of the Crestwood School District. We're going to go through some handy facts as you start your journey here at Kinloch. First things first is Mrs. Stevens. She's our school secretary, and she really helps make the school run. She's the one that's going to help your child and you kind of get started on this journey and is going to help you very much along the way. Some other important people that you may see around the building at Kinloch is Nurse Tamika. She's there to help with kids with any sort of health needs. So if they have medications and things like that, you're going to speak to her. We have Mrs. Talib, who is our ELL teacher and is also there for translating into Arabic for you if needed. Mrs. Rappi, who is the special education teacher. She'll help with some of your students as needed. Miss Lisa is a friendly face you'll see in the breakfast and lunchroom. And then Mr. Scott, who really keeps the school moving. We also have our teachers. We have Miss Allen, Mrs. Garden, Miss Rossiter, and this year we have Mrs. Laney joining us as a young fives teacher. Now this isn't kindergarten, but this is for our friends who are just a young five, a little bit too young to be starting for the normal kindergarten start date. As you can see, kindergarten is much more academic than it was when you were a child. Students are going to be reading, writing, learning math, science, and social studies. Be very busy. By the time they leave, they'll be writing multiple sentences and reading books. Students also have physical education or gym. They'll go to computer and also have music class every week. Also a fun thing is they'll get to go to the library and check out a book and take those home every week. Students also are able to get breakfast in the morning starting at 8:15, and they also make a hot lunch choice every day as well. Those choices vary from day to day and week to week, and you get a lunch calendar. There are halal choices available, but students, if they don't like the lunch that is offered at school, they may also bring one from home. Along with that, that lunch box is a great one to have that fits in their backpack. Other things that's very, very, very important, please make sure to label all of your student belongings with your child's first and last names. I cannot stress how important it is, first and last names. And even some things, teachers, because there's kids with a lot of the same names, and especially for kindergartners, it's hard to kind of track down their things if they do go missing. We require a large backpack, a student backpack, where they can fit their folder, their lunchbox, their library book, water bottles, snack, that sort of thing. A student water bottle are very much encouraged. The rooms do get warm. And so we require that they be spill proof. Now it can be like in the picture with one of the sport caps, or it can be a flip top, but please spill proof, no glass, and make sure that it is labeled, again, with first and last names. Many kids come with the same water bottles. It's also really important that students are dressed appropriately. They will be out on the playground at lunchtime or at recess, and so you want to make sure they're in the right footwear and they're wearing coats and hats if necessary. So some frequently asked questions that many parents kind of go through as they start out. Number one is, how can I prepare my child for kindergarten? Kids are going to kindergarten to learn, but it is very helpful to work on independence, making sure they know how to put their coat on. They can identify their coat. They can hang up their coat and their backpack. They can pack their own backpack. Those sort of independence things, because teachers will not be able to help every single child with those needs. And the other really big thing is your name, your child knowing their first and last name, being able to recognize their first name. If their name is on something, it makes things easier, and work on writing that. Everything else we'll get to, but really start working on doing things independently over the summer. Your child should not be dependent on you to do those day-to-day activities. When will I find out what teacher my child has? Packets will be sent out in August. It'll have all the paperwork and information that you need to start the year. Are there bathrooms in the rooms? Some of the rooms have bathrooms in them, but not all of them. If they do not have a bathroom in the room, there is one nearby, which we go over and talk about and discuss. Will there be time for snack? Yes, we will have a daily snack. Classroom policies differ, but just a small snack size bag of a healthy snack. No cookies or cupcakes or things like that. Will my child have nap time? No, not this year. Kids will have a rest time, a quiet time after lunch, but there will not be a designated nap time. Can my child take the bus? Possibly. You want to make sure you will either contact transportation, or transportation will contact you and send you in a packet, and will tell you if there is a bus stop near your home and if you are able to take the bus to school. If you do, I suggest that you send your child to school on the bus on the first day. Really get started on those procedures and help them just get ready and there for school. How many students are in a class? We usually have about 30 kids per class. Yes, we do. It works, but that is usually about the standard number at Kinloch. As you can see, we have a lot of fun in kindergarten. Different activities, Officer Walter's over here, and we can't wait to meet you. We're gonna have such a great year. See you soon.